Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
I'm a millionaire. Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? And what is it, Saturday? Happy Saturday to you all. For some of you, it may be Sunday. Welcome. Let me know who's here. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from tonight. Yeah, it's kind of late here on the East Coast, but it's Saturday. Y'all ain't doing nothing. But no, seriously, I want to come on here really quickly tonight to share some things with you all, share some thoughts, and to invoke some of you to creating some multiple streams of income to help you all realize the times and the seasons that we are in, and with the hopes of you being able to have a different outcome by the time this video is over. So if you're watching me live, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know who's here. Hey, Miss Lisa, how are you? Listen, y'all, let me go ahead and get into what is it I want to share with you all tonight. I'm going to do my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that won the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. So let's talk about it, right? Let's get straight to the coins. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about why multiple streams of income is a necessity. I see you, Pittsburgh, California. Welcome. Listen, if anybody has not learned anything throughout all that's going on in the world right now, since what, March was it? Is that you realize that you have to have multiple streams of income, that you've realized that you cannot depend on one source of income, that you've realized not only should you not be depending on one source of income, but you also should be in control of your own income. That's a major key that I think a lot of people miss. And the reason being is that most of us have been cultivated and trained to just have one source of income. We've been trained to go to school. You go to school, you get a degree, and then you get a job. You might have to go back to school, get another degree, then maybe go back a third time. And all we keep doing is going to school, getting these degrees, and getting jobs, and getting in a whole bunch of debt. Yet and still, many of us are not finding ourselves secure financially. Now, this video is not to be against school at all. That is not what I'm saying. However, what I am letting you know is that many of us have been programmed in such a way to have just one stream of income working for someone else. And because of that, we're stuck. The unemployment rates here in America are ridiculous. There are millions of people that have lost their jobs, which then means there are millions of families who have gone without, who have changed their way of living because they were accustomed to just having one stream of income and it was wiped immediately from them. Now, this is not just including just those that actually have jobs. This also includes many businesses, right? A lot of businesses were shut down, and some are still shut down because of what took place in the world. So this is why, even if you are an entrepreneur, what I'm sharing with you is still applicable to your life. Because sometimes as entrepreneurs and bosses, we're like, oh, well, that doesn't apply to me. I run my own business, da 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 da. That's great, right? But yet, even with that, you still should have several streams flowing for you. And if you're an entrepreneur or self-employed and you rely only on your efforts, you're still missing it. Because you truly want to be able to get to the right side of money, which means there are people and or systems in place that create money for you as you're working, as you're traveling, as you're doing whatever you're doing. And the reason why multiple streams of income is imperative is because in life, you'll have your ebbs and flows. There will be slow moments in business. There will be high moments in business. So when one avenue or one stream is slowed down, when one stream is like, whoa, what's going on? You have other streams working for you. So that way your lifestyle is not affected by it and you can still do what you need to do. And more importantly, create wealth. We must have the consciousness of wealth creation. Because if all we're doing is constantly just living paycheck to paycheck, we miss it and we live a life that is not what is intended for us by our amazing God. because we have been all promised to have an abundant life. But if we're not tapping into the multiple streams that the Bible talks about, we're seeing why there is a discrepancy in the vision that we have for our lives and the manifestation of what our reality is. This making sense to you? Somebody type amen. Right? I gotta take you out of church real quick. And so with that, we have to now realize that there are things that we have to have in place to make sure that our way of living is not interrupted, but more importantly, that we are planning for the future ahead, right? And so, because of that, we now look for opportunities that help us with creating more. If the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, how much more should the average person have? This is what we have to really think about. The average millionaire has 7 streams. And so if the average millionaire has 7 streams, that means the average person should have way more. Way more. But see, the difference is the millionaire realizes that there are flows in life. The millionaire realizes I'm not going to depend on one thing. So they have multiple ventures working for them, partners. They have their money working for them. I need y'all to get that. They have their money working for them. See, we are accustomed to working for money. We were taught the wrong way. We were taught by the 98 percenters. Meanwhile, the 2 percenters are living it out. Why? Because they understand that they don't work for money. I need everyone that's watching me right now, whether you're watching live or you're going to watch the replay, I need you to type right now, my money works for me. Everyone watching me right now, I need you to write down, my money works for me. So the difference with them is that they've tapped into passive income, while most people around the world are stuck with linear income. And linear income is exchanging time for money. Linear income is you clock in and you clock out. Now, the problem with that is the moment you clock out, your money stops. Now, let me ask you this question. Now, while your money stops when you clock out, does your utility bill stop? Because you're going to go home, right? Because when you go home, your job is done. But you come home, your lights still have to be on. When you come home, your gas bill still has to be on because you have to cook. When you come home, your phone bill still has to be paid because you're still making calls. Am I lying or am I lying? The truth is, all of your bills continue on, but your money stopped the moment you clocked out. So here you are, trying to survive on linear income. Meanwhile, you have residual bills. Meanwhile, your bills still are calculated as your home, and your job told you to come back the next day. That's working for money. Whereas when you tap into the right side of money, your money is working for you. What does that look like? That may be having your money in certain accounts that will have it to grow and multiply. That may be being a Forex trader like myself and making your money grow for you. That may mean having tapped into residual income through property, having tenants if you are into real estate, right? That may mean tapping into the network marketing industry where you have a cooperative economic model where people are working constantly in different places, different cities, and people have systems in place that are aiding and adding to their actual business. People going to a website to purchase evergreen products, people joining a team doing it all while you're sleeping. These are all different ways for you to be able to make your money work for you and have multiple streams at the same time. But what some people fail when it comes to multiple streams of income is that they get distracted and can't balance more than one thing. And so because some people can't balance more than one thing, they just say, man, forget it. I'm not going to do that because I need to stay focused here and I need to make sure that this is good. And I get that. I get that and I understand it. But what I am challenging you to do tonight is to expand your thinking. I'm asking you tonight to live from a bigger possibility. Because once you're able to do that, I'm telling you, things are different. And I believe personally that you should have different streams for different things. You should have a stream of income that's set aside just for your miscellaneous things, whether that's shopping here and there, whether that's for, if an emergency happens, or having a stream of income strictly just for traveling, for vacationing, having another stream of income just for investing, having another stream of income simply for your charitable donations, having multiple streams for different things. So that at that point, you're not taking out of the main account to tap into other things. See, this is the problem, y'all. You're getting one stream of income, one check a week, every other week, however your job pays you. But the problem is you have that one stream and you're trying to pull from all these different places that one stream now has to go and satisfy. Now, unless your one stream got you looking real nice, it could get a little tight. And even with that stream, let's just say you're someone that makes six figures or even seven. That's beautiful. That's great. But guess what? If that stream, for whatever reason, gets pulled from you, do you think it matters that you've made six figures? Do you think it matters that you've made seven figures? There are companies in the last few months that have grossed millions of dollars that have to shut down, that were not even able to reopen after some cities and states were given the okay. There are some careers that certain people had that made six figures and they lost their jobs. There are some people that may have had their jobs still available, but because of their health, could not go back. See, this is why it's very imperative to look at things from a grand scheme and be able to say, okay, what do I need to do? What industries do I need to tap into? Because this is the truth. While there is a pandemic going on, while we are in a recession, there are people that are actually winning. For some people, this is the most money they've made in their entire lives. That's real talk. In the midst of a pandemic, they've made the most money in their entire lives. Here in this 2020. Why? Because they understood the times and they also tapped into recession-proof opportunities. You have to learn from the people that are winning. What are some recession-proof opportunities? What are some recession-proof industries? Where are people winning right now? Well, let's look at some facts. For one, the health and wellness industry is recession-proof. Especially with everything going on, people were running to become healthier. People were running trying to find supplements. Folks were trying to find all kinds of remedies. Folks were getting back to their indigenous roots. They were out there getting leaves. They were listening to all kinds of things to get their health in order. Health and wellness. Folks were out there, right? What are some other industries? The home-based business industry. Do y'all know that the home-based business industry went up to 60% growth throughout this whole pandemic? Why? Because folks were stuck at home. Folks were stuck at home and they were trying to find ways to make money. And guess what? The industry went up in the midst of a pandemic. But let's not get it twisted, because the home-based business industry, the network marketing industry, is actually the biggest industry pretty much in the entire world. $1 trillion industry, right? So they went up. What are some other recession-proof industries? The foreign exchange market. Period. The Forex market is a recession-proof industry where over $6 trillion every single day flows through the foreign exchange market. And I've shared this with y'all for years. For years, I've said this, that in the midst of a recession or a pandemic, something going on in the economy, you need to be able to have access to income and currency from around the world. I've shared that with you all for years. And now, with what we've realized, we see it that much more to be true. We see it. While one country is going through something, another country is doing well. That foreign exchange market has never crashed. Now, we've seen the stock market go up and down. We've seen it fluctuate. We've seen it crash time and time again. But one industry that has never crashed and never will is the foreign exchange market. And that taps into being able to have your money work for you, as I said earlier on. Those are the different things that people are doing to ensure that money is constantly working for them and they not having to work for money. You must have leverage, must have systems in place, and you must be able to tap into cooperative economics in order for you to really see a difference. Because if you haven't realized it, if you're letting someone else determine when you can get paid and when you can't, you're always going to find yourself being one opportunity away from losing your job, one opportunity away from someone else having an attitude and say we don't need you, one opportunity away from someone saying we don't need your department anymore. And then what? And then what? And if you are an entrepreneur, if you are self-employed, you better ensure that you have things set in place so that way you are still not exchanging time for money as a self-employed entrepreneur. What are the systems in place? What are the recession-proof industries that you've tapped into to secure your future? What does freedom look like for you? That's a real conversation that you need to have with yourself. Because listen, I'm telling you right now, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I learned the skill set of trading. Because I'm telling you, there are just certain things that are different because I know how to trade. Period. Last week alone, I helped multiple people grow their money. Last week alone, I helped someone double their account in 1 week. For the past 2 weeks, every single trade that I've called has hit take profit. 100% of the trades I've called has made money. In that same time frame, I've had people partner with me in the health and wellness industry, people that have been able to create an additional stream of income with products that people actually want and need. I've helped these people create another stream in addition to whatever it is that they're doing. Some of them have been able to make money with me trading and in my health and wellness company because they understand multiple streams of income. They're mature enough to vacillate between the two, and more importantly, position themselves to create a better future for not only themselves, but for their children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That's what the Bible says. Right? So if we don't have inheritances for our children's children, are you a good man or woman? I'm just saying. And of course, that does not mean good in character, right? That scripture clearly means good in their dealings financially, good in how they have created opportunities for their children and their children's children to be set up to win, not to fail. Some of us in our communities have our kids jacked up before they turn 18, credits messed up before they turn 18. You don't got the light bill on their name. Come on, y'all, we got to do better. Meanwhile, there are other people in other communities that have set their children up to win. There are people in other communities who had their children have their trust funds already, they have their college funds already before they're even born. They have people in other communities that have their children, their credit line connected to them, so that way they are ensuring that their credit is perfect by the time they turn 18. How are you setting up your children to win? What are we doing? Are we having these conversations? Or are we so boggled down with our current circumstances that we don't even have enough air to breathe to make something else happen? We have to think bigger. We have to think bigger and faster and take action. We have to be able to seize opportunities. That's really what it's about, especially in the times that we're in right now. You have to seize opportunities and you have to move quickly, because I promise you this, I truly believe it's almost like God has really made the time go faster for us and has certain opportunities aligned to almost really make everything move faster for us in order for us to get things quicker. I really believe that. He has expedited the time and opportunities for us to seize and see great results faster. And so, with that, it requires you to take quick action. It requires you to say, you know what, I'm going to do it and just go. I'll figure it out as I go. But the whole being in limbo back and forth, like you're playing double dutch, trying to wait to get in, honey, you're going to miss your turn. You're going to miss your turn. And so you have to seize opportunities now while they are available. You know, my pastor said this all the time, and hopefully I don't misquote him, but he said something to the effect of, the lifetime opportunity is determined by the lifetime of the opportunity. A lifetime opportunity is determined by the lifetime of the opportunity. You could have an amazing situation show up before you, but if you wait for the opportunity, if you wait for the lifetime of that opportunity to lapse or to die, you would have missed out on something that actually belonged to you. Something you have prayed for, something you have been believing for all these years, praying and fasting, writing vision boards, all of that. You would have missed it if the time frame was no longer available, because you just had to think about it a little bit more, pray about it a little bit more, talk to 3 neighbors and find out, listen, honey, I got time for all of that. You go and you figure it out as you go. And I believe that's one of the biggest things with faith. And God shows us this when he speaks to Abram. He tells Abram, go to a land that I will show you. Where is that land, Lord? Where am I going? Go to a land that I will show you. That required him to move in order for him to find out exactly where he had to go. But because so many people are waiting for all of the steps to be realized and to have this blueprint and strategic strategy as to 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, A through Z, you're missing out on the opportunity because you won't go. I'm more one of those people that will go and figure it out as I go. I'm going to figure it out. But what I'm not going to do is just sit here and do nothing. That's what we're not going to do. And there's a story about that in the Bible, about these leopards. And if you know anything about that time frame, leopards were not able to go into the regular city to be around other people. They were cast out into the gates outside. They couldn't do that. And there was a score going on, and there were a couple of leopards together. And praise God, Katrina. And the leopards were having a conversation. There were a couple of them, and one of them said, listen, we need to go and get some spoils. We need to go and get some of that old gold over there. We need to go get what they have. And the other one said, well, we can't go. You know we're not allowed to go over there. And the other one said, well, listen, you can stay out here if you want to, but I see what's taking place. I'm going to go and get what's mine. I'm going to go. I'm going to be willing to risk it all. I'm going to be willing to be cursed out, be cast out. I'm going to be willing, because I know that if I stay right here, nothing changes for me. I need y'all to get that. If I stay right here, if I do absolutely nothing differently, nothing changes for me. But at least I know that if I try to go to the other side, there is a chance, there's an opportunity, there's a percentage that if I happen to make it to the other side, that I can actually get something different. And that's the lifestyle in which you all should be willing to have. To be the man in the arena, as Theodore Roosevelt said. Go look at that speech. Be the man in the arena. Willing to go in there and fight, willing to risk it. Even if you die without ever getting there, you would have at least had the joy of knowing that you try to do something different. Rather than watching everyone else complaining, looking at everything and talk about how woe is me, if you would decide to just go on the other side, you don't know what's waiting for you. You don't know what people God has already aligned, waiting to give you an opportunity, waiting to hear what you have to say, but you'll never know if you don't step up and move. No one has time to be scared. No one has time to be sitting around doing nothing. Do you know what's waiting for you on the other side? Do you know what blessings are waiting for you on the other side? There are words, there are promises, there are prophecies that have been spoken over your life. And the reason why many of them have not been manifested is not because God didn't keep his word, it's because you won't move. It's because you're not willing to get back up again. Because if you got burned last time you didn't work out. So you said, I'm never going to do that again. Well, guess what? The word says a just man falls 7 times and gets right back up. It didn't work. Oh, well, dust your shoulders off, find out what you need to do better, and keep it moving. Period. But quitting is never an option. Quitting is never an option. And the moment you take that option out of your mind, you'll find a way to get it done. You will find a way to get it done. Period. So in this pandemic, with all this stuff going on, has your attention been awakened? Does he have your attention now? Because I'm telling you, there were things that were done in this season that blessed my life. Be 100 with you. Because I chose to seize opportunities. I chose to get uncomfortable. I chose to get real uncomfortable to make some things happen. And now, now, the fruit has been manifested. There were things in this time frame. God had even spoken to other people to create opportunities just for people like me. What do you mean people like you, Sharita? People like you who have been praying. People like me who have been waiting. People like me who have been sowing seeds. People like me who have dreams and visions and goals and know they're going to come to pass. People like me that want to see other people win. People like me that are ready to go. People like me that said that if somebody did this again, I would do that. People like me, and boom, he puts it on somebody's heart, and guess what? It happens. It happened. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Listen, I'm all about action. I'm all about action. And I could talk my talk because I walk my walk. I could do that because I walk it like I talk. Walk it like I talk. Because I do. I don't come out here and tell you all anything that I myself will not do. And I don't tell you anything that I don't first say to myself. Period. And people that know me, people that partner with me in business, they can share with you because I believe what I say, because I do what I say. I hold myself to that esteem, to that same standard. And so it's time for you to do something. It's time for you to seize an opportunity. It's time for you to make sure that you have multiple streams of income working for you. It's time for you to set your family up to win. It's time for you to get outside of your own way and move faster. It's time for you to move with a sense of urgency. It's time for you to be able to create multiple streams of income for your multiple bills that show up every month. It's time for you to make your money grow. It's time for you to partner with me, period. That part. It's time for you to partner with me, period. Many of you have been watching me for years, and have seen me. You've seen me win in multiple different things, and you're still watching and doing nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, Einstein said, if you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, honey, that's called insanity. Now, while I know you may not want to call yourself crazy, the truth is, by that definition, a lot of y'all are crazy. But the beautiful thing is, you don't have to be. You could be delivered on tonight. The doors of the church are open, honey. You could be free tonight. You could do something different tonight to change your financial situation. You can literally be that one that does it for your family. You could be the one that breaks the generational curse of poverty. You could be that one. That when your children and your grandchildren and great grandchildren walk down the mansion and they see your wall, your painting on the wall, they say, "Oh, that was great grandma so and so. That's why we have trust funds now. Oh, she's the reason why we don't live in the hood. Oh, she's the reason why we have foundations and we help other people in missions work. Oh, he's the one that, oh, that's great granddaddy. Do you know that's what wealthy people do? They have a whole whole stream line of who is in their family and their bloodline, who has done what, the generational wealth. You're going to know why we're wealthy. They know who their great, 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 great was. They know. Most of us don't even know who our great grandparents were. Can't tell you nothing about them. That's horrible. That's horrible. We got to do better. We got to do better. We are doing better. And it starts now. It starts today. Literally. Is it not worth it for you? Is it not worth it for you? Everything that you would have gone through was for this moment right here. For you to wake up, seize an opportunity, and do something different. That's what it was about. For you to get so tired that you say, you know what, I'm not going back to that. The world has changed only to create a new world because folks still weren't getting it. God had to disrupt the entire world, the universe, for people to snap out of it. I'd rather be proactive. I'd rather be proactive rather than reactive. I'm not trying to wait for something to happen and now I got to figure out, oh my gosh, I got to do this. Oh my gosh. No. I'm going to set up everything the way I need to set it up now. That in the event, I'm ready. But this happened? Okay, that's going to pay for that. Oh no, we got that. That's where I'm at. Opportunities are being created just for you. Just for you. Second chances are being created just for you. Just for you. I'm grateful. I am so grateful because literally right now, as I'm speaking to you all, I see two opportunities that I have been a part of that I believe God created just for me to say, oh, you didn't do it that time, you can do it this time. This time it's suited more beneficial for you. This time, this is the better opportunity. And lo and behold, things pop off like that. So listen, y'all, I've been speaking to y'all for over 30 minutes. I hope y'all are sharing this video. I need everybody to share this video. Share. Don't hold this information to yourself. Be a blessing to somebody else and wake somebody else up with this message. Wake somebody else up. Because it's time for us to take back our communities. It's time for us to take back our finances. It's time for us to take back our families. And all of this requires money. I don't care how you look at it. Everything requires money. This is why the Bible says, money answereth all things. Some things, a couple of things, no. All things is what money answers. You got a question? Get you some money. They ain't acting right? Get you some money. Your house is, get you some money. Money answers all things, says the word of the Lord. Amen, somebody? So listen, if you would like to learn how to grow your money, literally have your money working for you, you need to get in my inbox now. period. If you want to learn how to grow your money, how is it that I have helped people in the last week double their accounts, have the money grow by 100%, get in my inbox. If you want to know how to tap into a recession-proof industry where literally you have products that people want and need, systems in place to make sure that people win once they get started, get in my inbox. I'm talking about small investments for as little as $99, small investments as little as $20. Listen, let me help you get to the other side of money. If there's one thing I know how to do, is get in the bag. And trust me on this. I'm not boasting. I'm telling you facts. I got receipts. Look at your neighbor and say, she got receipts. Listen, y'all, I could show you. I could show you better. I can tell you, like, literally, I can show you better than I'm trying to hide some information here. But y'all probably can't even see the lights in the way. Inbox me, I can show you. I can show you. So listen, if you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and email sharitaleon@gmail.com. If you're watching from Facebook, get in my inbox immediately because you want me to help you secure the bag in 2020 and beyond. Listen, I don't care that it's the last quarter of the year. We are ending strong and we are preparing for an even stronger 2021. Trust and believe. Okay, so get in my inbox, allow me to help you change your life financially and physically and really have total life prosperity. That's what it's all about, allowing you an opportunity to create wealth so that way you can live a life of divine purpose. That's my call in life and I'm really good at it. So listen, y'all, I got to go. I thank you all for joining me tonight on this good Saturday night, early Sunday morning, depending on where you are in the world. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life and a cup of Caprice coffee, y'all. Be blessed.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.